This is Sal, and for some reason you are still watching SalTV. I don't know what to tell you. In fact, I might have already spoiled the way this match goes, but if you like watching Swiftwater, you can still stick around and enjoy it. Or if you didn't watch my last video about Viaduct, I guess you could still stick around and enjoy this one too. I'm not saying yes or no either way, just, you know, whatever. Whatever. So let's get this game started. We do, of course, have a Reddit versus Tumblr once again. Reddit right now is in the red, which makes it so much easier for me. Oh my gosh, last game Reddit was in the blue, and it was just a nightmare trying to say, so Team Red, I mean Team Reddit, I mean, okay, Med crashed. Well, that's cool. Right. I had trouble, is the point. But, man, people are really upset about these pauses. Okay, so I want to see how Red manages to set up their defense. Looks like the sentry, interesting position for it. It is actually going to be pretty much open to shots from both sides of the spawn. Why did they unpause? I don't know. I thought that was supposed to be the thing that happened. Whatever. Quincy is trying his hardest to break that glass, and I gotta tell you what, in Project Zomboid, it's not that hard to break glass. But apparently in TF2, they decided not to make it breakable. It's too bad. There are plenty of games where you can break it. But I'll tell you what, it actually is a mechanic in TF2. Lets you kind of see what's going on without being shot. That's a useful thing. It's much more about encouraging attacking as opposed to like denying you information and then you get ambushed everywhere, which is it's definitely, that encourages more of a defensive turtley play style for sure. I can tell you from personal experience in every tactical situation I've ever played, including paintball, which by the way is really fun. Let's see, so disguised as enemy spy, that's interesting. He's actually taking a route that would look like an enemy spy taking, just I guess because he fell into the pit, which is not what he wanted to do. He is so gonna get headshot here. Okay, he didn't. Gonna go for the l'étranger, and he gets a couple shots off, which of course refills his cloak, which is nice. He did not get the kill on that sniper, but that's okay. He is now going to go for the stabs. It's stabbing time, and there you go. Gonna turn a heavy into an icicle, and then he is gonna have to retreat and die. That's okay though. Froley going for the kills on offense. Let me see, where was that med? Snazzy, he does have an Uber ready to go. You don't want to drop this at this point, but it looks like Team Reddit has lost most of their players. They are down just to 4. So I think this is a good time to capture. We will see though. Let's see, okay, it does say capture time not set, which is good. Things are looking okay. Why would you be spamming the crossbow as a medic? I don't know. I don't know. This would be potentially where you want to Uber in through the doorway, but it, is that a level 1 sentry or was that a mini sentry? I actually can't tell. No, that was definitely level 1. Okay, so they're trying to set up a level 1 sentry. Oh my gosh, I really need to slow down my speech patterns because this kind of thing happens. Let's try it again. They were trying to set up a level 1 sentry. It feels so slow. But they were trying to set that up. They were not able to. It's going to mean that our blue team is able to push easily. Darklight Dragon has to get back to the front. Square, meanwhile, is going to be able to spam through there. Push that soldier back. Pyro will probably get pushed back as well, especially with a counter Pyro here. Reddit not looking good on defense right now. I'm not sure what the deal is, but they're getting flanked everywhere. Sarcasmo Pope is in some trouble. I'm wondering if they can stop this onslaught at all. They do finally have a good position for a sentry gun. It does get taken down by a nicely timed Uber. Good headshot on the enemy sniper is going to make things work a little bit better for defense here, but they need to get a engineer set up somehow. They need to get their med back alive and having some kind of an Uber advantage. And right now they definitely don't have either of those things. Good work by the soldier for a nice jump in, but he doesn't get the kill on the med. The cart is very, very close and is probably just going to roll down that hill to cap very soon. However, somehow Reddit has just barely held on. There's a sniper looking through the window right now, though, and that can be a scary nightmare for any medic on defense. You've got to keep yourself out of those sniper sight lanes. And I realize that I'm causing a little bit of a voice phasing and modulation here, and it's because I'm rubbing my nose. There's allergies in Houston, and as many shots as I have taken to try and prevent that, it still happens. Defense has finally been set up, though. So Reddit, I think, is feeling a little bit stronger now. Reddit on red, looking like they've got the proper defense. And you see that big old sine wave right there? Well, that, well, it could be a cosine wave, but whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, that means he's full on metal. If you were empty on metal, it would be a very, very tiny wave, like a little low amplitude. Is my point. I don't think the frequency or the wavelength change at all. Randy Newman spots out the enemies in the upper alleyway, and that means he's going to get a lot of spam done. The med hasn't taken a heck of a lot of damage yet. He's at 50% uber. Thing is, when you're bottled up in here, you really need to make something happen right away. And now, of course, there's a wrangled sentry looking in. If they can get any spam done at all in the defensive team, then they're going to be very happy about this situation. Oh, and there you go. That's going to be a headshot on the med indoors. That sucks. Of course, that means the blue team's attack is just going to fizzle and fade like that Uber did. Too bad. Because that can be a good avenue of attack if you can make it work, but you've got to be fast, and you've got to have that Uber almost ready to go already. Nice little body shot there to finish off our soldier. And why do I still have those notifications? I thought they would have disappeared a long time ago. Whatever, they exist. Stabby Video's doing something, which is cool. I'm still in his groups, because Stabby's a cool dude. That cart's still not on the point, though, and in fact is moving, inching slowly back up the hill. It's that physics, ladies and gentlemen. Physics. Palajon, meanwhile, trying to help push people out of their forward area. They do not have anything close to an Uber. Let's see where the where the Reddit team decides to pop their Uber. That's what I want to see. Where? There. Sorry, guys. Clicking through people, sometimes it works, sometimes it really doesn't. And yeah, I could have spent the time to, I guess, hotkey some people with that plugin, but I would have had to actually re-download the plugin and make it all work again, and we're talking about like an extra hour worth of work because I am not good with computers. So I'm not going to do that. Not going to do it at all. Basically, I think this Uber is just here in case they start pushing the cart. That's what I would use it for. As soon as the enemy starts pushing the cart, I would pop into them. Or sometimes even earlier. Like if we knew where their medic was and he was down on the ground where we could actually go attack him, I would just bring in, yeah, here you go. Bring it in right now and be like, yeah, their medic's right in there. Go kill him. Go. The Pyro does try to do just that, but he does get destroyed. And so here's exactly what they did. Right, Jay is going to be retreating. They did force the Uber out of blue, and they forced it in a position where it wasn't able to do that much damage to the engineer. However, it didn't end up working out for them. It was a good choice, it just didn't work out, as opposed to a bad choice that didn't work out. Yes, those are different things. Actually, I'm going to stop being a nerd. Anyway, it didn't work out because of the spy. Spy did good. The skill stick is out, and apparently it is not working. Oh, we are having a serious battle here. Tread, I think, won that one very, very handily against the soldier with skill stick. Well done. Well done. Was definitely a good fight there. Tread doing some crazy damage on offense right now. He is going to have to take down a med. Can he do it? No! No, he cannot. And the rest of his team now dying. That is actually really, really bad, especially because Tumblr was so close to capping that point, but now there is only a minute left in the game. Palajon looking for that spy desperately. Not going to find him, though. And where is our defensive spy? That's going to be an interesting thing to look at. Oh, well. Looks like he did, Earth 2 Mom, though, did get a stab, so he's going to be happy about that one. 60 seconds left in the game. Sarcasmophobe going to get taken down. Can the blue team actually make this push work, or will Reddit hold on? Looks like they will make it work. So they could put, they've put, what, 3.5 minutes left on the board, extra. A Kritzkrieg popped on defense for no particular reason. And Nano Kip. Is that like our good friend, our caster friend Kip, except kind of the nano version? I don't know. Using a very oddly placed sentry, I would have dropped backwards because that was not good. Oh well, A+ in staging class is going to be moving forward, trying to push his team to victory. And did you know you could walk out that window and stand on that ledge? I didn't. So I learned something new about Swiftwater today. Let's see where he goes next. Going to try and knock down this med. Just do a little bit of offensive damage. Tread, meanwhile, getting some good shots in the back on a demo man. But not meant to be. We do have the neon sign now. I don't know of anybody who's actually going to be in the water, so I'm not sure how useful it's actually going to be. But TJFS, you know, he knows what he's doing, I think. It's possible. Anything's possible. Gold Ghost, very, very highly healed on defense. And he's going to take that demo man down to save his sentry. Everything's got to reinforce each other. Yeah, good try with the sandwich, you know. Second time's a charm. But this is a very difficult defensive situation to crack. There's not a lot of angles of attack, and you can cover all of them basically from that sentry, especially with a Wrangler. You can also have a couple of forward people like this soldier jumping up here, and you see he's at 200 health. Oh, no. Oh, no. That is going to be a crits Krieg for sure. Crits Demo Man on defense. It's always fun to do, but I feel like the surprise is already blown now, so they did manage to kill a demo? A Pyro. They killed Quincy on the Pyro and nothing else. So once the enemy knows you have a crits Krieg, you got to switch off. Hello, what's this? It is a teleporter. And despite the fact that Mokwana has died, he did manage to take down a teleporter, and I think that's going to be worth it. Earth 2 Mars, meanwhile, getting behind enemy lines, going for the stabs. He's got a bot killer. Bot killer stabulator is what we're going to call that. It's not a knife anymore, it's a stabulator. Can he get the kills? I don't think it matters. Honestly, the rest of his team is doing pretty well on defense. The engineer did die, so NanoKit potentially has to rebuild all of his stuff. But that's not the worst thing in the world, because the enemy team is going to take a while to push. Swiftwater's a long map. You've got to get really, really far before you can start pushing that card again. And the enemy's respawn is literally right next to it. It's annoying. And of course, everything is ultimately fair, just because both teams have to face exactly the same situation on offense and defense. But it's a very annoying map to play offense on, especially when you're in a pub. Like, this is not a pub-oriented map at all. It looks nice, but the defense is so choky. It makes for really long games, and the defenders almost always win. That is kind of how that works. Earth 2 Mars going for another stab. Wow, this is close. Heavy being pushed onto the high ground, but it is not going to be enough. That cart, that's not a cap. Did you know that's not a cap? That's the closest I've ever seen a cart to getting capped. But it's not a cap. 20 seconds left to go, and that is a cap. Jeez. All right. Which means that right now the time is at 11:09, and there's only 2.5 minutes left to get that cart up that hill. It's not going to happen. I can call that right now. The way this game has been going so far, I think blue team, yeah, they spawn a little bit closer, but they have got to move that cart up a zigzagging trail all the way to here, with a sentry already set up there, watching the hill, which is pretty standard. Not going to happen. But stranger things have occurred. You know, I just think that Tumblr is going to have a very difficult time on this one. They've gotten a couple kills, though. There you go. Jaffus and Randy down, so they might be able to pull something out of their hat. Their tumble hat? I don't know. Sentry is going to start doing some damage. NanoKip down, though, to a spy. So, yes, stranger things have occurred, and it looks like they are occurring. 80% on the Moober charge right now. I'm not sure where that came from. Might have been me trying to read his name at the same time. Snazzy looking good, and with 1:45 left to go, they've actually gotten that cart pretty far. Can the Reddit defenders do anything about this? I really don't know, especially without an engineer set up to give them a safe haven to fall back to. You know, it's do or die right now. That cart still has to get around a pine tree, and that could be a terrible thing. Train going by. Hang on, guys. We gotta watch the train. Wait, is it? Oh no, okay. It's going into it. I thought there was a door there. Did it disappear? Yep, it disappeared. All right. Sorry. Okay, so we totally missed the medic dying and all that stuff. Who cares? We watched a train. Furley looking for some kills here. No, we didn't miss him dying. He's still here. No, he probably died and respawned and died again. Good kill by the scout there to finish off a bunch of damage that was called by his team. Square going to be looking in through the house, which they have taken. They want to get that cart pushed. Problem is, there is a sentry now. It is being repaired. Can the spy get on it again? So far, the answer is no. The sentry has been either taken down or moved back somehow. Uber is forced, and the blue team has 4 players alive. So, you know. That's going to be a dead soldier. It's going to be a dead scout. That's going to be a dead demo man, almost positively. No. Demo man did survive. Got pushed back pretty far. That's going to be a lot of noise. I just realized my cell phone over there probably just caused a whole bunch of like interference on my computer because it's still sitting there. I haven't taken it off for like a couple days. No, I'm just kidding. I actually, from the last video, I remember doing that and then realizing that was a bad idea. But no, it's literally, that's where I put it to charge it every night. And I've done videos in the mornings. So, So 2 seconds, 1 second. It is going to be overtime. Can the cart get pushed all the way up there? Yes! That is going to be another cap. So, you know, call me stupid, if you will, for thinking Tumblr team couldn't do it. I'm calling me stupid. Because now it looks like they are on a roll. What else can you put on a roll? You can put butter. You can put jam on a roll. You can. You could probably put peanut butter on a roll. If you wanted to, you know, you could even put stuff like ham and salami on a roll. You could put a cart. You could put a cart in a hole is what is about to happen right here. Nobody stopping them means Tumblr team is going to get a time of 14 minutes and 37 seconds. And so now things are going to switch. Team Reddit is going to be on offense, Tumblr on defense, and we will we'll just speed this up and watch where they set up their defense. Vroom! That's the way I like to see. So he will set up his stuff right here, and kind of the same position, exactly the same position actually. Damage coming down. So far, Pyro has been hit. Nobody dying just yet. Looks like Team Reddit has decided they are just going to sit behind that cart and push to their heart's content. So far, so good. Our Heavy's taken a bit of a beating, but he will get his health on. Throws a sandwich down there for the demo man, trying to tell him that it exists, but not going to happen. And there you go. That is going to be Uber Pop, Dead Heavy, and practically everybody on Tumblr just died. The sentry's gone. It's just Spelling left alive. Can he even get a stab? Where is he? He's just watching right now. He's calling out positioning. He realizes that going for a stab at this point is going to be suicidal. Suicide. Oh. Oh. That's my garage. So my garage is beeping because my my roommate left it open, and I just realized that last night I clicked the button so that the thing wouldn't auto close for 60 minutes. It has been 60 minutes since he walked out. Good kill by Tread on defense. It's going to be a good one. Can they slow down the Reddit team? Reddit has 13 minutes left to cap everything. So far, things are looking pretty good. That beeping is so obnoxious. I don't even know if you can hear it because this mic is pretty good at not picking that kind of crap up. But it's loud and terrible. I'm gonna have to go in there and check to make sure nothing got stolen though, because that garage door was open for a long time. Spelling looking like he wants some kills. Not gonna happen. Fail stabs. Fail stabs. And that's gonna be a dead spy. TJFS got to be careful on defense here. We'll go ahead and grab that on offense. I'm sorry. I'm a little tired. Finds a med. Hey, free kills. So well done to TJFS. That is going to be a huge benefit to his team. Of course, he is going to go for finding a spy now as well. Wow. Okay, so this guy's on a tear, and it's pretty cool. To be frank, takes down a teleporter, and it looks like the Reddit team is actually going to go super fast. Their offense is looking even better than their defense. Their defense was not too bad. Their offense, though, crazy good. Crazy goal nuts. And if you know where that's from, you get a star. I'm sure you do. You've got to know. Somebody's got to know where that's from. Please comment, tell me that you know. Because if nobody knows, if nobody gets it, I'm going to feel like old. I'm serious. I'm going to be like, wow, the viewership of my videos is young. And that's not cool. Good attempt on the taunt. Sadly not meant to be, but it was a good attempt. All right. Tumblr's got to set up a defense. This might be where they do it. Got because that's a good spot for a level 2 sentry, as long as he's got a Wrangler or something that he can use. That, of course, even without the Wrangler, it is going to keep that soldier down. Froley, though, gone once again, and there is an Uber into the sentry, perfectly timed. The meds are doing a very good job here, but in particular, this medic is doing a very good job of timing his Ubers well, waiting until they know where they need to be. It just looks like a well-coordinated Australian team. Pretty sure I'm watching Australia. I'm not, not some terrible country like New Zealand. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm trying to make all kinds of enemies in these latest videos, if you hadn't noticed. Gold Ghost gets his face popped off by a soldier. Mackinac dying. And Froley probably going to die as well. Ooh, this is looking bad for Tumblr right now. They've got to hold the last point, and the second to last point, but really the last point, for like 10 minutes. I don't know if they can do that. That's a tall order. Come on, Sarcasm Pope. Push with your team, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? They do spot a spy, though. Spelling. Wow. How many more times can I say an SP in a sentence? They spot a speedy spy. Speeding. Burping. I don't know. Oh, I tried, but some days it's you can't turn it on. This looks like it is a round that is over, though. So I'm pretty sure we're not going to have to spend too long watching the rest of this. Jafu's going to go for a nice kill there and may get a double. It's going to be tough, though. This scout versus scout battle, you never know. Anything can happen, and there you go. But Nano Kip right now, I like his positioning here with the short circuit. That's awesome. For those of you, I don't know, maybe this is just like standard Swiftwater now, but we'll talk about that in a minute. There we go. I had to find my other demo. Okay, we gotta watch defense. 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 Where is the? Come on, engineer. What was I talking about, guys? Okay, so that's not the engineer that I was looking for. Are you kidding me? Come on, there we go. Palajon. So we had to cycle through like the entire team once before we found that, but it's okay. You're still with me. Like, if you're still watching at this point, congratulations, man. I don't know, maybe you're just keeping this on in the background or something else, and you're like, Sal's voice is silly. We were talking about that offensive push end to last. That was really well done. I liked it. So what they did was they had, of course, a pyro there to air blast projectiles, but more than that, they had, of course, the short circuit to destroy the projectiles before they could ever hit and do any spam damage. So yeah, if you have a heavy sitting up there, it'll still work pretty well. But that being said, things look pretty good. That's an air shot on a very, I'm sorry, Australian scene. That's a midi on a very high up demo man, and somehow he didn't die. Very resilient demo. But that was pretty hilarious. So I like the offensive push. Yeah, heavy, you could still shut it down, but the heavy was nowhere to be seen. And you could probably do something about that heavy too. So I like that being, the engineer with the short circuit on the cart. That is a fantastic idea, especially for those critical, spam choke point moments. Quincy running around looking to keep his opponents at bay, but so far that bay is a bay called, bay called death. So they're trying to keep him in that bay as long as possible, apparently. Mocha. Your name is Mocha now. Mocha does get the force and somehow survives. Earth to Mars going for a stab. Going to go ahead and fail that one, but he will try and escape. And the Reddit team is being slowed down just a little bit more than they were last time around. So we'll see whether they can equal their insane time from the first round. But I would say that, given the way things are going now, it's very possible. And the Tumblr team just may not have had as much experience playing as a unified unit. You like that? On this map in particular, Darklight Dragon sees his demo man up here, but I would be really careful about what he's doing right now. He might be able to get the drop on that pyro if he decides not to. You like what's down there? Nothing? Yeah, thought you did. Positioning's okay. He's got to be careful about things coming in from the high ground, though. Let's see if anything does. Whoa, what was that? is that an Uber coming in from up here? Yes, it was. So I called it. I called it a little bit too late. That is exactly what happened. The Uber came in. Does take down the sentry gun. Not a lot else. Medic could die here, but nice stab by Earth to Mars. And that is going to mean a lot of red players start dying here. Sarcasmo Pope looking for the kill on the scout who is chasing the medic down, I think. Med does finally... Ooh, Snazzy gets a kill, I should say, on Earth to Mars. With the crossbow, no less. So that's going to be a good one. But we were watching the sniper cam to see if he can make anything happen on offense. Going for the med, and that med with that crossbow, man, that's some crossbow snipes right there. Not easy to do. Spelling gets a couple of defensive kills, a couple indeed, and that is going to be a heavy doing some good damage. But that said, they did stop the push just after the point was capped. Good old Randy. He's going to be taking down nobody. He's just going to be trying to defend the med from a bombing soldier. And from a scout. And he's going to start damaging himself quite a lot here. But that's okay. Randy's fine. And now, of course, he has kept his med alive long enough for the rest of his team to get there. There goes a soldier. There goes a scout. That feels pretty good when you are on offense. You can take down a bunch of players who are chasing down your med for no particular reason. There goes an Uber for some reason. That's not going to be good for the red team. They're not getting anything done here with this. Instead, they're just sitting on top of the cart. This is not where you want to be, ladies and gents. When you are defending the third point, you do not want to be sitting there. And this is why. You lost your heavy. You lost, looks like the med's down too, Snazzy, which means that there is really nobody to defend the engineer's sentry gun that is going up. So where is it? Palajon, where are you? Oh, looks like they may have all been trying to set up over here. That just was a bad idea. All around. Because it gives Reddit plenty of opportunity to move forward here and to stop any defensive setup from being put here. That's what you got to do when you're on offense. You know, if you're given an opportunity like this, then yeah, just go spawn camp. I mean, I don't see why not. Yeah, you're going to probably die eventually, but you give so much time for that cart to get pushed up, and you knock the defense off balance so much, right? Like, look at this. There is a sentry going up down here. But there was also a mini sentry going up just above it. There's a spy coming up, and he's going to go ahead and put a sapper on that. It's going to do some damage, cause it not to get upgraded as fast as he would like. The longer you can delay this sort of thing, the better. Somebody can't pyro. That's okay. You know, nobody's good at everything. You know, you might be good at nothing. That's all right. It's perfectly fine. Man, I'm feeling snarky. I've been doing some voice recordings for a game called Limit Theory. And I haven't gotten Aaron. Aaron needs to send me a sound file. So once I get that, I'll start uploading them. But I'm going to upload them, and it's over on this Limit Theory forums. I've been kind of on a simulator kick recently, and Limit Theory is a game that's in development. I'm going to volunteer my voice and see if they want to use it. If they don't, that's cool. I don't care. I just want the game to be out. But if they do use it, it would be a nice little feather in my cap, like, haha, I am the voice of the robot that pilots your ship for you. So that would be fun. It's a spaceship game. Spaceship simulator game with dogfighting and all kinds of wonderful stuff. It'll be single player, I think. There will be no multiplayer aspect to this game. Reddit trying to set a time and not having a particularly good time doing it. You like that? That was a pun. It was almost a pun. It was the most terrible play on words I have ever invented. But yeah, I want to see Limit Theory come out. That'll be a fun game. I'll definitely do all kinds of Let's Plays on that, especially when if it turns out to have my voice as a robot, and I'd be like, ah! But I'm excited for it just because of the space dogfighting and the scale that it promises. Like, it promises you to be able to eventually, like, own entire, what do you call them? Factions of people and fleets and manage all kinds of stuff in an interesting way. Points been capped, Reddit moving forward. So, Limit Theory. If you look it up, you'll find, I think the forums are where you'll find the most activity. The developer is very engaging, and he seems like a genius. Like, every time I bring up, here's a deal. And I could tell with Robin Walker too, when I was sitting in a room with him, it was like, he's a genius. Every time I bring something up, and this doesn't happen to me very often, so I don't want to, I guess now I sound like I'm bragging, so I'm probably an idiot. But this does not happen to me very often, but when it does, I'm like, wow. I'll bring something up that I think is a fairly high level, like difficult to grasp concept. Maybe it's in economics and I'm trying to explain an economic concept, or I'm trying to explain, cash flow analysis, or I'm trying to explain something like that. And so on Limit Theory, I can tell the developer is pretty brilliant, because I'll put down, like, he'll ask, well, how am I supposed to, like, make my NPCs think, that they want to do this or that particular course of action? So I'm like, well, you can do a cash flow analysis kind of thing. And he goes, Yeah, I tried that, and I didn't like it. I was, oh, you've already tried that. Okay, well, I'm done. I have nothing left to contribute here. And it was the same thing with like Robin Walker, where when we sat down back when I did that focus group thing with him, I had said, well, here's some bug fixes you could do. Here's some, some like pie in the sky stuff that we would really like to have as a Reddit community. And when he sat down, like the stuff he was talking about, I was just, wait, I've got to catch up. Hang on. No, wait. What do you, yeah. Okay, now I'm with, wait, no, you said another thing. Hang on, I got to catch up, Robin. So no, it's genius. I guess is my point. I am impressed by intelligence. A little turned on. Didn't say it. You didn't hear anything. TJFS doing some good damage here on offense, and it looks like the Reddit team is once again going to be able to cap this relatively quickly in about 8 minutes. There are some good stickies laid down there, though, and so you need to get some kind of a dude there to stop them. So far, so good. No, Reddit is losing this push pretty effectively. You don't normally hear that particular phrase, but yeah, they lost that one, and they lost it good. And that was a heavy trying to get forward. He is going to go down, though, without a single kill for his name. Good reflect from Quincy is going to knock down Mokona once again. That is some fantastic pyro action. Oh, I like this. I didn't realize those little oh, yeah. Those little lights were there that flash at you when the cart's about to get there. That's cute. That's cute. Oh, I'm still having speech issues. I cannot tell you how annoying these Invisalign things are. They actually just shaved my teeth. Believe it or not. They had to shave in between them to make more room for them to move my teeth more. It didn't hurt. It was just kind of, they bring in a little, like, sander type thing and have fun with that. But, it's kind of weird. And, of course, I still have these, giant things that are basically these trays that sit over every single one of my teeth, right? So you have a tray that goes over your entire top row of teeth and a tray over your bottom row of teeth, and it's like you've got a mouthful of plastic. It makes it a little difficult to talk. On the plus side, though, they're not like braces where you can't eat anything. Whenever I want to eat, I just pull the plastic tray out, and I eat. Nice time, 9:24, much better than 14 minutes that their opponents on Tumblr set. So we are going to see Tumblr is going to have to make something magical happen here to stay in the game. What was I saying? Let's speed this up a little bit. Something about, oh yeah, I have to change trays every week. So each tray moves my teeth a little bit more, and each time I change trays, that's when it hurts the most. That sucks. Taking them off, putting them on, both of those processes are painful. Right now, I've had this one on for about a week, and it's fine. Oh, dude, Mount Rainier, I still had to wear them. It's not like I was just going to, for a week, just cancel the whole orthodonture thing. No, I still had to put them on. Problem is, when you're sitting up there in a tent and you don't want anything to get wet, how do you brush your teeth and brush the trays and then rinse the trays without wasting water? Right? Interesting question, no? You don't want to just sit there with your only bottle of water and pour it out over your tray just to rinse it off. So what I did instead, interesting Uber choice. What I did instead was I would brush them, which you're normally supposed to do, just to make sure I didn't have my my teeth didn't rot out. But you brush the teeth, brush the trays, and then I would grab the trays and just put them in my mouth, but not put them over my teeth. So they're like these giant things sitting in my mouth. Take a swig of water, rinse it around, and spit it out, and that took care of it. Very efficient. I was proud of it. You're sitting here like, Sal, that was the dumbest story I have ever heard. Of all the things you could have told us about being on a mountain in the middle of winter, you told us about brushing your teeth. Thank you. Well, okay, guys. I don't know what else to say. Like, maybe you're jerks. All right? Dude, pick up the metal. Pick up the metal. Nanokip. No, you didn't. You could have picked up the metal. All right, whatever. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. 8 minutes left here for Tumblr to try and cap the final point. Not easy, especially for a team that got off to a slow, rocky start. We'll see if they can manage to make things happen like a push here. Dark Light Dragon, whose name I still think is kind of weird. Darklight Dragon does get taken down himself, so I'm not entirely sure here. Oh! Uber forced early. That's not going to be good. They might get a kill on this heavy who is just standing in the open on fire with his gun spun up. Not entirely sure about that one. Oh, good kill in the med. Tread, you are a boss. So that's a lot of defenders down. Mokana saying you would. I'm not sure what that means. Apparently dongers are being raised. But this is looking good for Tumblr. They're actually getting that cart pushed pretty effectively. Gold Ghost is going to attempt to get a kill here. So far, though, the Redditors are just dying left and right. There's a scout pushing on top of this heavy. He is not going to get any kills at all. He did actually get a kill. Darklight Dragon is down. Quincy in the corner with the air blast, doing some good damage to Mokana, who's very much attempting to get a kill on the med. I'm not sure what's up with the Reddit defense right now. Maybe they're just kind of goofing off. That's possible. I was told that there was going to be a lot of goofing off in these games, but actually they've been pretty exciting so far. So I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Quincy needs some health and might just die to this scout here. Nope, scout decided to run off. Didn't realize just how low Quincy really was. Where is the spy? There is the spy. He's dead. Sounds like a good kids book. There needs to be a collection of kids TF2 books, and somebody from the Tumblr community, maybe you could actually make yourself useful for once and make one. Are we enemies yet? I don't know. I would love to see like in the style of a children's book, you know, something where something crass essentially about TF2, something that's written as though it's like a little nursery rhyme or something, but it's just an awful thing. With of course Tumblr illustrations where everybody has little red cheeks because that apparently is super popular. Mokana taking some damage, but just the fact that he's moving around so much makes him impossible to find, which is always nice. He's got to get some heals though. Probably wants to run back to a health cabinet or to his med. That works. Still, taking the heals from your med means that you're not healing. The heavy can be a bad thing. So soldier, I don't know. Sometimes your role is just to not take heals. He's going to go back up here and grab that kit again. But this is where Reddit starts to shut Tumblr down, and it looks like the soldier's down. Oh, that could be fun. No, that's a pyro. You're not going to get in there. Nonetheless, 200 health soldier, nothing to shake a stick at. Unless you have a stick of soldier killing, and then I suppose you can try shaking that particular stick. That one might work. Or a pain train. You can shake a pain train to a soldier. But that's only applicable to demo men. Mokana doing a good job of just holding, locking down this particular room, forcing his enemies to take spam as they come through. And if they do, I mean, he might even activate an Uber. Uber not ready yet. Snazzy taking a lot of damage, and that engineer is almost certainly going to die. Pallid John gets taken down. Uber is popped, but where is it? And there is a counter Uber that's going to be Darklight Dragon down. Cart nowhere close to the cap yet. Square has to back off, and instead I'm pretty sure he's going to die as well. There he goes. Quincy gets a nice reflect kill once again. I gotta watch these pyros more because Quincy especially seems to be a fantastic pyro, getting all kinds of reflect rockets. Quincy, where are you? Quincy, no! Okay, if you watch Kill Feed, Quincy died, and I made a big deal out of it, and the voice cracked. But we're past that. We're past that as a viewing community. We're done. We'll watch Quincy when he responds, which is now. Quincy, what's up? Hang on. We need to watch the defense first. Once you get in position, then we'll watch you. So far, that cart's still there, though. 4 minutes left to go. It is possible to push that cart all the way to the end in 4 minutes, but it means that the offense basically needs to win right now. Nice pop up in the air there. Pyro not dead, though, so Quincy not feeling good about that. My tongue hurts. I've been talking for a long time, and my tongue hurts because it has been brushing up against this stupid retainer tray thing, Invisalign in my mouth. Kind of sucks. Quincy with some long-range spam. It's going to be good. He does take a lot of hits, though, and he will get taken down there. No offense working just yet. There is a spy, though. That is exactly the break they needed. They just have to take advantage of it now. They've got to build an Uber faster, and they need to use that Uber perfectly, or else time is going to start running way the heck out. Okay, let's see. There was a mini sentry up here. Sniper's dead. Scout's dead. So can the blue team finish this one off with less than 3 minutes to go? Got to build their Uber, which they're doing, and they're doing it at a nice fast rate. But they've given away their position here. So They've got to get kills and they've got to not die. Two things that can be hard to do, especially when you lose your heavy. So, okay, both heavies down. Earth to Mars, looking like he wants to have a fun time here, but he is going to get taken down. Especially considering where he's at. Yep. Offense in a decent position. They've got to knock down a sentry gun probably, but then once they've done that, there's a lot more offense players than defense up right now, so this is where they got to push that cart and not let up. Snazzy and his heavy need to get in position right now on the cart. Instead, looks like they're not. Nope, the defensive team is respawned. Never mind. It's too late. It's too late, ladies and gentlemen. There's only 2 minutes left to go. I think we're going to call it. Team Reddit has won Swiftwater, and that means Team Reddit has won the series, and that means Reddit is a better website, and you should go to that, and Tumblr should just shut its doors, close the website down. That's it. Good. We had a good run, but the Tumblr Reddit, the Tumblr TF2 team lost to Reddit, so we know it's over. It's just over. The dream is dead. Sarcasm Pope going for some kills here. I'm just kidding. Tumblr's cool too. And Reddit can be extremely annoying. Sarcasmo Pope actually taking some heals just so he can try and get some kills there. That is going to be a very dead heavy, and the medic followed as well. Well, ladies and gents, I hope you've enjoyed it. This has been Sal, and I still make videos about TF2 from time to time. I'm going to start making videos about other stuff as well. When I have the time. When I'm playing other games, especially with friends, I'll just start recording, seeing if we can come up with anything interesting. But for now, I think that's going to be about it. We could probably just speed things along here just so we know exactly who won, but you can stop watching now if you want to. I don't really care. You're my good friend. We're going to go ahead and... You like that? This is pretty awesome. Jaffu's has stayed alive for an incredibly long time, and he's going to go for a kill in the med. I'm not quite getting it, but he did milk everyone. Feeling good about that one. 15 seconds left to go. So we kind of know what's happening. Dude's still alive. And that's it. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching, of course. This has been Sal. I still make TF2 videos. And thank you for everybody who has still donated to Patreon. I'm sorry I didn't quite get a video out in the month of September, so I feel bad about all of that. But there will be more coming soon. Did I say September? February. We're working on it, all right? We're working on mental skills more than anything. But February was Mount Rainier month, so that was kind of why I just really didn't have time for anything else. I got time now. So, ladies and gents, that is going to be that.